So we're protesting at the government's Housing Act, which would have a disastrous effect on housing, not just for existing tenants, but for the future development of policy, because it would mean less housing that people can genuinely afford, more sell-offs and more people pushed into private renting. So we came here today because the government, this is the day when they make their autumn statement about what they're going to spend our money on. And as we feared, while they do a lot of talking, but they don't actually address some of the key big problems from our point of view.
It's important to me personally because when I got my council flat, which I've lived in for 40 years, and as I say, I've always worked and I've always paid my rent, I thought that by not buying it, another family would benefit after my family had grown and I no longer needed it. That's not going to be the case. If it's not sold off and another council tenant goes in there, they will only get a 2 to 5 year tenancy. It won't be a home where they can build for their family, for their children to go to school. That's not going to happen anymore. The idea that everyone that lives in a council house is a scrounger and a benefit fraud is absolute nonsense. The majority of people are hard-working people who always pay their rent.
From our point of view, it's only by people organising and doing something about it that we can stop the drift that would turn housing policy back 100 years to the time when my mother and the generations before them were small children being brought up in rooms in slums with no rights at all.
I think that people are beginning to listen, and hopefully things will change and the next generation will have homes to live in.